Hello, I have quite the interesting game for you today. You may have noticed that we're not starting at the very beginning of Dark Age. We are starting about 17 pop in, and that's because I don't really like Dark Age all that much. Oh, nice blocks over here from Yellow. Wow, that can he get that built? No, not quite. Getting right into the action over here with that Borlore. Blue is starting to wall up over here, and Yellow has also made a small start. Now, I talked to Kronos a little bit as he is one of my subscribers and actually sent in this game to me. So I'm very happy to cast this game because he was actually the first person that sent me a recorded game. Sadly, the recorded game that he sent to me was out of date, and because of that, I could not post it. It was from a previous patch, and I really hate that is a thing in DE that I could not post it. Now, he's going for fast fuel here, whereas his opponent is going for a fast castle. This is a slightly higher elo than I normally cast. I just had the Legend of Ace of Emeralds in a previous video of mine, and that was that was quite the game, to be honest with you. But I like casting higher level elo as well. Honestly, I just love Age of Empires. Now, Kronos told me before this game he has quite a unique strat where he finds controlling the map much more important than, and he's pushing in some deer over here, very nice. Much more important than having a lead. As long as you're controlling the map, controlling the flow of the game, he says you can win. And I saw a little bit of this game just to make sure that it was not just a complete dud. And oh my, is it something. I've been in both these player situations plenty of times, and kind of the same thing happened in both situations. Anyway, I won't spoil too much. Let's just take a look. We do have Kronos going for some scouts. Blue here, I'm just going to call him Blue because I cannot pronounce his name for the life of me. He's going for a very, very greedy wall. He's going to rush up that wall with 5 villagers. That's how much he doesn't want. 5, 6, 7 villagers walling. That's how much he doesn't want anything to get into his base. Now he is Khmer, so he is going to go for quite a greedy play here. Khmer do get those elephants in castle. We'll see if he goes for those. And he did manage to get his scout into Kronos' base. Kronos now very slowly, doesn't need to spend a lot of villagers walling. Very nice walls from him coming up. I'm not a really big fan of Waller Boys, and as we see, Kronos trying to break into Blue's base. And Blue's just going to house wall that out. That's not too hard to do. So free scouts just running around. I think it's quite far away for Blue to wall if he hits them all at the same time. I also like how Yellow is not over committing to scouts. In this situation, it's very easy to make 4 or 5 scouts, but they're not going to get any damage done because Blue, as you can see, is completely walled. That's a nice spot to hit that wall. It's quite a far distance for that villager to walk, but he does put a house wall behind it, and this should not do a whole bunch of damage. In the meantime, Blue is now up to feudal age, and he should be able to build 2 buildings. Let's see where he builds those. Those 2 buildings. I'm saying this, but he's not doing it, so quite curious why he went up to feudal already if he didn't quite have the resources to go castle right behind it. But that being said, um, Yellow is also not anywhere near Castle Age himself. Let's take a look at Blue's resources just out of curiosity. Oh yeah, he's definitely getting there. He has those Khmer farms where you can get resources anywhere. Would really have liked to see him go up a little bit later. He didn't really need spearmen to protect himself. All he really needed was house walls. But, you know, nobody's perfect. I could definitely not play at this level if I'm being completely honest. And Blue not being annoying, trying to get into Yellow's base again. But Yellow is now fully walled as well. Oh! Oh, Yellow is not fully walled. That could be disastrous. This is why I have the small tree mods on my game so that I can see whether or not something is completely walled or not. I think small trees is one of the best mods that you can get. If you are going to get a mod, get small trees. Yellow still just knocking on the door, but Blue, he's already up to castle. Got some shopping in the background, making some wonderful lunch and dinner later on. Gotta prep that food. If you don't prep that food, you're not going to be eating well. Blue now adding in a gate behind his walls, and he's going to reach castle anytime. Rushing up a stable. It looks like this is going to be fast nights. Very, very deadly. Especially if he can get in. I'm not so sure that he can actually get in anywhere, although that back opening could be disastrous for Kronos here. Just to give you a little bit of background information, I'm pretty sure these players are playing on European time. I think both of them are Spanish, I want to say, but I could be mistaken on that. If I am, yeah, their game setting is also in Spanish. So it's really cool to just have people from all across the world sending. Oh, and already knights are being produced over here. So that's cool. Knights are being produced. What I was saying earlier is that I think it's really nice that we have players from all around the world playing Age of Empires, doing their thing, and I'm really grateful for people sharing their videos with me. If you would like to see your recorded game on my YouTube channel, I do have my email address on there. It's a very professional business address. HoopLord69722. That's also a shout out to my brother Nooponer, who has the same numbers in his name. He is Nooponer69722. And these scouts, they're just gonna get cleaned up. They're gonna get chopped up like my lunch is getting chopped up right now. Blue definitely ahead in this game. Interestingly enough, it looks like Yellow wants to switch into either Archers or Mangudai. That's probably going to be Mangudai considering he is Mongols. Getting Bloodlines as well, getting Armor as well. Meanwhile, these Knights have +1 defense. We'll see if they'll be able to get in over here. Remember, there is this back opening. He could just go through this back opening. That would be crazy. And my lunch is really getting chopped and sliced up in all different ways. I'm sorry about that. I do these recordings in one go, so you know sometimes other things are going on within my house. I have 27 people. Oh, that's open, isn't it? Is that open? No, not quite. I have 27 people living in my house. So there's always a lot going on. I have Poop Lord Jr., my kid. I have Poop Poop, my wife. And I really like that Yellow is walling in this castle just to make sure that blue is not going to get in. At this point, it's a pretty even game. Is throwing away these scouts. These scouts could be useful to scout the map a little bit later on, but hey, it buys them time to get that castle up. These camels are not going to be doing too much. And oh no, he deleted to get that camel out, and now, oh, this is disastrous. Blue is in with knights, and he can absolutely massacre over here. Absolutely massacre. Quick walls coming up. Oh, but there's a hole, just like there's a hole over here. There is a hole over here, and all these villagers are dead meat. Like the dead meat my lunch is. That is a full surround, and now yellow has to abandon his base. He is falling way behind. Is producing manganite now. Manganite, if you can get a ball of them, can be quite good, but my goodness. Absolutely wrecked here by these knights. There's so many dead bodies over here. Some more coming out. Let's see what the upgrades on here. Still only +1. I definitely would have liked to have seen +2 on them. Still have that hole in the back. He could run out if he wanted to. Looking for more damage, but not much to be found. Meanwhile, let's check in over here. I want to see yellow's perspective because I want to see how many mangadai are in that castle. Only one, so only 4 mangadai, not so scary, but they can snowball quite quick if I'm being completely honest with you. And more villagers being found by blue. If he had that +2 on them, then he could just chill under this TC all day, but he's just going to pick them off one by one. Now we got lunch chopping and baby squealing. I told you, 27 people living in this house. Camel's nice, but definitely outnumbered. Villagers running, villagers getting smacked down, and it looks like yellow is just way behind at this point. The score also reflects that, and oh no, these villagers on the wood line are found. There is no TCs up from yellow in the middle, and there is 2 TCs up from blue. If he can batter down that castle, that could be GG right there. Back to the wood line. We do now have a total of 2, 4, 6, 7 mangadai. Shortly it will be 8. 8 knights. 8 knights against 8 mangadai. Not the greatest of fights. Although, once again, blue should really be getting the +2 defense upgrade on these bad boys. Seeing if he can do some damage with them. Trying to pick off a villager. Does not get the villager, and now is in range of that TC. Now, mangadai are a really interesting unit because mangadai actually do additional damage to siege. And these rams, well, they're siege. So mangadai shred rams, shred mangonels. I don't know what else you would build from a siege workshop. I mean, maybe scorpions or oh, what's that tower called again? Siege towers. Well, they shred all of them. They get bonus damage against that. Blue now going for his own castle. Wonder if he can get this up. Definitely garrison. Those mangadai are within range. Definitely don't want to lose those mangadai. Yellow trying to get this forward stone. I think that forward stone is definitely going to be denied. Yeah, he gives up on that. And here come the rams. Once again, if he can ram this down, but it's going to be so tough. There's so many mangadai behind here. But blue is at a total of 66 pops. This is what I was talking about before. I've definitely been in this situation where I've done a ton of damage with knights, and now I'm up against Mongols and they have mangadai. What do you do? Well, I think in this situation, you've done damage. You gotta make sure that you're not going to be damaged. So in this situation, I know it sounds odd. I would either go for mangonel defense and know that mangadai get bonus damage against mangadels, but if you can get 1 or 2 cheeky shots off, that could be game right there. Or I would start investing into skirmishers. Now, like I said, Kronos really likes to keep game control, and skirmishers are not great for controlling the game because they're just so slow. Manganai run circles around him. Also would love to see these knights being used offensively. He knows that the Megadai are here. This is the time where you should push this castle for sure. And trying to rush up a castle of his own, he is just in freak out mode. Get this up, get this up, get this up. And there's going to be a bunch of dead bills. Oh wow, the dodges on this woman. I thought there were going to be definitely way more dead villagers there. Yeah, chasing this down with knights at this point. Yellow has 11 Mangadai, 9 knights. Didn't get the armor upgrades. That's really big. Even sent the Rams back. That's such a huge waste of time. These Rams should have been battering down this castle for sure. Blue is getting stone now. Nothing in the queue from Blue. Kind of squabbling his advantage here. He has 2 TCs and he has so much gold. I would just buy some food just to get more gold miners. It's not a huge investment. It's getting nice. He just needs way more food. He has gold. He has stone. Only has 1 on gold. Wow, interesting. Really wants another castle. And look, these Mangadai, they shred Rams. Absolutely shred. Now all of a sudden the score is significantly closer. Yellow has been producing, and these knights, they're not going to do anything. He's just tossing them away. See ya. That was a royal waste. He definitely should have tried and do some harassment with them. He could even like run in with these knights. This is still open over here. But well played, Yellow, not giving up. I probably would have called it myself already if I was in Yellow's position. Both players controlling the gold. Yellow still only on... Oh, he did build a second TC on this wood line over here on 2 TCs. Whereas Blue is on 1 and then 2 on the main gold. Whole bunch more to wood. He needs way more food. And he doesn't quite have enough for another castle. He has all these awkward resources. And I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest with you. Does look like Yellow is now pushing in. And that could spell disaster for Blue. I don't think he's going to get that house wall up. No, she is dead. And Knights, they're not doing anything. Especially since he never got the second armor upgrade. That is huge. I hate when that happens. I hate when you forget to get the second armor upgrade. Definitely should have gotten that. Definitely should have gotten the attack upgrades if he is going to commit into Knights. Elite Skirm now coming in. Elite Skirm is great and all, but he doesn't have the armor upgrades, doesn't have the defense upgrades, and now Yellow is just surgically picking Blue apart. Blue still has a bunch of TCs in the middle, that's the saving grace, but why throw away these Rams? I don't think that was necessary at all. This castle is even slowly going down because it doesn't have fletching, whereas this castle does have fletching. So actually it has fletching and the second archery upgrade increasing its range. Blue just slightly out of range of this castle and getting destroyed. Now we see another TC for Yellow. Ballistics coming in, and skirms are great, but he doesn't have the numbers. And it looks like Yellow is just going to run circles around. Have you ever had a game where you feel like you're way ahead and then all of a sudden stuff just starts happening, snowballs start occurring, and oh my goodness, that is sad. That's a lot of dead farmers, and Blue really needed some farmers here, that's for sure. Not enough skirmishers, even by a long shot, to stop all of these Mangadai. And this is looking like disaster. Even this castle is going down. Another castle is being built, and sure enough, Yellow is now in the driver's seat. Let's see if Yellow can close this out. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit, see if we can get some action going at this point in time. Not too much happening. Looks like a little bit of harassment going on by these Mangadai, just building up those numbers. Going for a siege workshop, maybe going to go for some rams. Yes, is going to go for some rams. I don't really agree with that decision necessarily. I think that you should definitely go up to imp at this point. Blue is trying to mass up skirmishers, has 18 skirmishers. That's great, but once again, these Mangadai, they can just run circles around you. Yellow is now going to go imp much faster than blue, and that is bad news bears for sure. It does look like blue is still not able to range the CC. Let's see if it actually goes down to rams over here. They should pop out pretty soon, although yellow is repairing that, so maybe not. I'm sorry I'm playing this on 2x speed, but I feel like at this point the writing is in the pudding, so to speak. Even going for honor defense, that is actually a good call against those Rams. I think he is going to be able to keep this up, and that's way too many skirms for Yellow to deal with. That is not a good engagement. But the castle does go down, and that's huge because now there's no defense over there. These Rams will eventually get cleaned up. But now yellow is in Imperial Age, and the snowball can just continue. Boom, boom, ramming on the front door. And all he has to do is make sure that he doesn't run into those skirmishers, because those skirmishers will be annoying. But even mangonels at this point, you have so many mangadai. Nothing a mangonel is going to do. Knights are not going to do anything. And blue, he looked like he had this game for a while, and now he's definitely on the back foot. And let the TCs hit the floor. Yellow is controlling the middle, is controlling the stone, is controlling the gold. Fun fact, you have Gold Rush and Golden Pit. In Gold Rush, you have wolves and gold in the middle, whereas in Golden Pit, you have stone and gold in the middle. I've definitely made the mistake thinking that Gold Rush was Golden Pit and Golden Pit was Gold Rush. And I've definitely sent villagers forward to their deaths against wolves because I thought there weren't any wolves. And yeah, this ball is just so huge. There's so many upgrades on these guys. It doesn't look like Blue had enough upgrades on his skirms. And this is wreckage. Absolute destruction. PC gonna go down, and I would not be surprised if the GG was called soon. Yellow at this point has double the score of blue. Absolutely dominating. I will say though, as this game is probably gonna come to a close soon, blue is being stubborn. I do have to respect that. I don't like when people give up prematurely, and honestly, it's kind of fun when you win to keep fighting on, and when you lose to keep fighting out and not giving up, I think that's okay. I know some people get triggered by that, but at this point, I wouldn't mind a GG because Blue is absolutely overwhelmed. I mean, he's going for crazy things like Hussar, but Yellow even has his own Hussar in there. And yeah, there's the GG is called, and that is it. I did want to say that I thought that the yellow player did a really good job at controlling the game. Even though he got behind, he lost a whole bunch of villagers. He did do a great job just sticking with it, controlling the game map. I'm just showing you the statistics here. Let's take a look at where he lost all of those villagers. Yeah, right when blue hit castle, you can see that yellow takes a huge dip. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it.